The benefits of owning a dog. As a child, I was constantly asking for a dog. I tried to convince my parents I would take care of it and that they wouldn't have to do any of the work. Each time was the same answer, though. No, Victoria, we're not getting a dog. Eventually, I stopped asking or hoping we would get one. There was no doubt in my mind that we would ever be getting a dog until, 2 months before I would be leaving for college, I was asked, Victoria, how mad would you be if we got a dog right before you leave? We've only had our dog for a few months, but in that short amount of time, there seems to be a little less stress in our house than there usually is. The dog is a way for us, especially my dad, to stop thinking about any problems for a few minutes and relax. This led me to question what benefits there are from owning a dog. I was surprised to find how many there are from health to social to emotional. Let's start with the health benefits. As I was talking about before, dogs are proven to reduce stress. Touch and movement are ways to reduce stress, so playing with a dog reduces stress using those methods. Dogs take your mind away from stressful matters in your life and leaves humans feeling calmer and more relaxed. While interacting with a dog, the level of your stress hormone, cortisol, goes down and your serotonin level goes up. Dogs are beneficial to health simply because pet owners get more exercise. Having a dog forces owners to get outside and walk or run on a daily basis. Unless a person is diligent about it, the majority of people aren't getting exercise every day or even working out once in a while. A 2010 study in the American Journal of Public Health said that children who grow up with a dog tend to spend more time doing physical activity than children without dogs. Owning a dog increases your immunity to germs and allergies. Dogs track all kinds of germs into your household that you get used to. This allows you to build a tolerance to them, making it harder to get sick. Now, taking a look at more serious health benefits, studies have shown that dogs can detect low blood sugar in humans who have diabetes. It is not confirmed exactly how they do this. However, it is hypothesized that they are able to detect minute muscle tremors or changes in their owner's scent. The dog usually conveys the low blood sugar by behaving differently than normal or giving warnings to eat something. Dog owners also have lower risk of heart disease due to less stress, lower blood pressure, and lower heart rate resulting from everyday activities done with the dog, such as walking, playing, petting, etc. After a heart attack, a patient who owns a dog is more likely to survive and live for longer than those without. Lastly, dogs can detect various types of cancer. For over 2 decades, there has been research proving dogs know when their owners have cancer. A dog will often sniff or lick the cancerous growths to make their owner aware of it. In a case study done in 1989, a woman's dog was constantly sniffing a mole she had on her leg, and even tried biting it. Because of this, she went to the doctor and found the mole was malignant melanoma. Along with health benefits, there are emotional and social benefits. One of the emotional benefits is feeling happier. A dog helps people feel less lonely because you always feel needed and wanted by it. Dogs show that they want to see their owners by waiting to greet them at the door every time they come home. A dog can easily and quickly lift a person's mood when they're down and provide their owner with an unconditional love. Dogs provide a consistency in one's life, which, depending on the person, can make you happier. They are something that you can always count on. A second emotional benefit is that owning a dog makes people feel safer. You are never alone with a dog, whether you are in your house or walking, which oftentimes makes people feel more secure. A dog will warn you if there is something wrong, and depending on its size, would be able to protect you to an extent. The social benefit is being able to socialize a lot easier. It is easier to get to know people in your neighborhood or your town if you are out walking your dog. You run into neighbors or meet new people. It is easy to start a conversation with people because dogs are a great talking piece. Dogs are especially beneficial in the social aspect for older people because it gives them a way to meet neighbors when they normally wouldn't run into them otherwise. Aside from the benefits all people have, Dogs can help treat sicknesses such as post-traumatic stress disorder. Dogs don't cure post-traumatic stress disorder. However, they do help people live with the disorder. A dog is trained for the specific person, so it knows what the person needs assistance with. It is trained to mitigate whatever the person's impairment is. These dogs make it easier for people with the disorder to live their lives. They provide a sense of calmness and companionship, which is very helpful to someone with such traumatic experiences. Post-traumatic stress disorder dogs are trained for assistance in medical crisis, for example, retrieving things like medication when the patient is in need and is struggling to get it on their own. They are trained in providing treatment-related assistance, which means stopping a negative behavior or the person from hurting themselves. And they are trained in performing security-enhancing tasks, meaning creating a comfortable distance from people so no one is too close or too far, and in assistance in coping with emotional overload. To demonstrate these benefits can be seen in Robert Solis. Solis is now suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder after being caught in an explosion in Afghanistan. After returning home, he had trouble living his life. He could not maintain a relationship with his daughter, and he had developed a fear of crowds. He turned to post-traumatic stress disorder service dogs for help and benefited greatly. The veteran learned how to focus his attention on the dog rather than the crowds, and the dog knew where to stand in order to create a comfortable distance from Solas and others. This helped him when he was in public and made it easier for him to live a more normal life. There are also service dogs for children with autism. They help these kids make personal connections. People with autism can interact better with dogs than they can with other people. It is an easier relationship for them to develop. Dogs are clearly friendly and approachable. This behavior shows the child that interaction with others is a positive experience. The example the dog sets helps the child develop relationships with other people. It is common for autistic people to become overwhelmed by their surroundings because they experience all the senses all at once. Dogs help with this by serving as something for them to focus on. The service dogs are also trained to use touch prevention or pressure intervention if the child is doing a repetitive action or something that is hurting them. In conclusion, there are many benefits ranging from everyday benefits to more specialized benefits. Dogs help all people from babies to the elderly to people with disorders. It is amazing how much dogs can improve our lives.